Hey traders, welcome to my humble abode here in the Caribbean. Today we're going to be talking about why is learning how to day trade so damn hard. First, let me show you guys the room. Go ahead and come in. It's an absolutely gorgeous view. This is St Lucia in the Caribbean. Definitely recommend it. It's a resort called Ladera Resort, although what I recommend more than this place is a place called Jade Mountain. This has actually been my office right here. Honestly, I haven't done that much trading, to be honest with you, simply because it's a bit more of a vacation. You guys come over here, you guys can see the really popular mountains and the view. It's absolutely exceptional. This obviously is the reason why I love to be able to have my financial freedom and be able to work anywhere in the world, because obviously being able to enjoy this is one of the most spectacular views that I've ever seen. And I believe now it's been 8 years I've been traveling around the world. Let's go upstairs. I'll show you guys the view from upstairs and the cute little bed. If you guys are going on a honeymoon or doing something for the family or for the missus, definitely would recommend it, because the views are absolutely exceptional. You guys can see the little cover on the bed and everything. It's really, the ladies love it. Let me just put it that way. So I wanted to do this video simply because I think most of you guys are that want to learn how to day trade, because obviously you're watching this video, you think it's going to be easy, right? And I think most of the industry, including myself, shows you guys this beautiful spots and expects you guys to just, get this overnight, and really it's not the case. I really wanted to do this video simply because I've been doing this for about 15 years now. When I first got out of high school, I took out $25,000 in student loans to be able to learn how to trade. I lost it in a month. And I did whatever any other responsible person would do, is I went out and I took more loans, because for me this wasn't an option B. It wasn't an option C. This is what I wanted to do to be able to have the lifestyle that I wanted to live. So most of you guys that are looking to do this, or that are wanting to be able to learn how to day trade, to have your financial freedom or to make money, whatever the case may be, I really wanted to do this video to make sure you guys understand why it is so hard to trade, and what you can do to be able to kind of limit that learning curve, so to speak. First and foremost, I think that most people don't realize that at the end of the day, it really is a solitary activity. Basically, what I mean by that is you have to do this alone, right? You can learn from whoever you want. You can have friends that can help you out. You can use whatever strategy. You can learn whatever system you want to learn. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you guys are going to be the ones that are going to have to pull the trigger, click the mouse to put in the order. So it's important to be able to understand that it doesn't matter how you do it or when you do it. Just make sure that you understand that at the end of the day, it's going to be our responsibility, right? You or me or whoever's actually trading. What this means is that most of us thinks that this is going to be easy. And we live in a culture now where everything has to be now, right? Fast food at McDonald's, or food in the microwave, or whatever the case may be. But we live in this society, and especially now with social media and the internet, everything needs to be now, yes, quickly, especially in the United States more than anything, because that's kind of the culture that we live and breathe there in the US. At the end of the day, this is going to be a situation, or a process, I should say, that you have to learn. It's not where you just learn a system where it's green light, red light, and then you get in and you start making millions of dollars next week. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. This is something that you have to a skill that you not only have to develop, but it's also something where you're going to have to go through a realization process, let's say. And when it comes to being able to learn how to day trade, there's certain aspects to a trader that we have to learn, or that we have to develop. Right? There's certain characteristics to a personality, and so we have to have those right personality traits to make sure that we're going to become good traders. One example, for example, is some of you guys might not be patient. right? If you're 20 years old, you want to make money now, you're going to be very impatient to make money as soon as possible, and that's going to affect your decisions in the market. If you are a family man and you're kind of not, you need more money to pay the bills, let's say, or take care of your family, you're going to have that added pressure to be able to make money in the market, which is going to affect your psychology. So I think that it's very underestimated that this is just kind of a black and white, X and O kind of system where you can just go out and pay some guy, you know, whatever you guys are paying nowadays, $10,000, $20,000 to learn how to trade, and you don't learn how to trade right away, and then you get upset because the guy didn't teach you the way he should. When at the end of the day, I think the majority of us don't want to look in the mirror and take responsibility for our own actions. I'm not going to excuse the day trading industry because obviously, you know, there's a lot of characters out there that aren't doing things that they should. But I think that it doesn't matter if you lost money. It doesn't matter if you blew an account. It doesn't matter if you spent $10,000 learning how to trade. If you lose all your money the next day, at the end of the day, it's our responsibility. And when we make sure that we take the responsibility for our own actions, that's going to be the first good step in the process of being able to learn how to trade. So another reason why I think that learning how to day trade is so hard is the expectations that we placed on ourselves. As I was mentioning a moment ago, I think that most of us think that this is going to be quick. You know, most of you guys are very, very smart. In the 15 years that I've been doing this now, I've met lawyers, you know, doctors, all kinds of very, very intelligent people, you know, businessmen that think that they're just going to walk into this and it's going to be as easy as everything else they've done. You know, firemen, professional hockey players, shout out to Iceman in Norway. But I really want you guys to understand that this is not like a one-night stand kind of process where you just buy a system or you learn from somebody and you automatically get it overnight. Most of us, you know, most of you guys watching this, I myself had a lot of demons in my closet that I had to resolve to be able to build the characteristics, the personality traits that I needed to be able to become a successful trader. Whether that's the patience or the discipline. I always had the perseverance. Some of you guys might quit after the first step. So it's important to be able to understand that. And I think most of us think that this is going to be easy because it seems like, you know, we're sharing these beautiful views. Of course I can do it if he's doing it kind of thing. And in reality, it's really not going to be that easy. Now, the average success rate when it comes to day trading is about 10%. And I would actually say that it's lower than that because of that 10%, there's about 7% that are break even. You know, they're losing and making money. And then I would say about 3% out of the 10 or 3 out of the 10 are the guys that are really, really, really killing it. And I really do believe that anybody can do this, but I don't believe that everybody is willing to sacrifice what they need to be able to learn this the right way. And what I mean by that is when I was in college, I wouldn't go to school, or I wouldn't go to school. I would work full-time, I would go to school full-time, and I would not sleep 2 or 3 nights a week because I was just enamored. I was obsessed with the charts. So 3, 4, 5 in the morning would come around, I couldn't sleep because I was looking at the charts all night, and eventually I would just keep looking at charts. Most of you guys want your social life. Most of you guys want to be able to go out and party. Most of you guys want to be able to have your girlfriends. You know, there's going to be a lot that you're going to have to give up to be able to learn how to do this. But if you're willing to sacrifice the things that you should, then you'll be able to go ahead and become a successful trader. That's not to say that you can't do this by having a work-life balance, because obviously many of you guys that are going to be watching this have a family. You guys are going to have university. You guys are going to have a full-time job. But I think that in my deep down inside, I believe that everybody always makes time for what's important to them. And if you want to change your life, if you want to be able to have your financial freedom, your time freedom, your location freedom, obviously we're enjoying this amazing view here for over a week. I think that you'll make the sacrifice that you need to be able to learn how to do this. And the one last thing I think that I should mention in the video before I kind of leave you, because we got to go catch a flight, is I don't think that you guys understand the focus that it takes to be able to learn how to be able to trade. That is, when you're practicing or when you're trading, you shouldn't be on your phone. You shouldn't be talking on Facebook. You shouldn't be on WhatsApp. You should be focused 100% on the activity at hand, which is trading. I've had a lot of traders that have tried to learn how to trade in tandem with working a full-time job. So they would go to work, they would try to trade while they're at work, and then they would miss trades or they would lose trades that they should have won only because that they had to work. And so that's another thing to keep in mind as well. There's a lot of tools and features that you guys can use now that allow you to learn outside of market hours, 2, 3 in the morning, or the weekends as well. So I think you should keep that in mind as well. I don't really think there's not an excuse for you guys to not be able to learn how to do this. But I do want to mention that this for many of you guys, this may not necessarily be a 1 week activity or a 1 month activity. For some of you, it might take 2, 3, 4, 5 years to be able to learn how to do this. And I think I'm probably one of the only people that will honestly tell you guys that, because I don't think that there's a standard cookie cutter person that necessarily learns how to do this, because we're all different, right? And we have to find what's best for us when it comes to be able to day trade. So I think outside of that, guys, I'll go ahead and leave you guys with that. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll leave you guys here with the view, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao.
Man, I knew this thing would happen, I ain't stressing, I ain't worried about it. I've been on a mission, I've been repping, now you heard about it. People always talking, they be talking, never know their place. I was on the job and I was mobbing, had to show